Hello everyone, and welcome back to Freedom Planet on Steam. I'm One Wild Sheep yet again, and now it's time for Lilac's level, her only, her exclusive level, the level that only Lilac actually goes to. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pangu Lagoon zone. I want to say Pangu Dragoon. I think it's probably because it sounds similar to Panzer Dragoon, which is an amazing Sega Saturn game. But anyway, this stage by here has some of the most beautiful art in the game, and the theme song for the stage is actually quite nice. It's very tranquil. I really do love this stage. It's not a stage I tend to replay too much when I get to this game, but I do enjoy it. I really do enjoy this level for what it is, and it's one of those few levels that has lyrics in the background of the music if you listen very closely, but it's only like a very short, small amount. It's not much lyrics at all. But the biggest thing about the stage that's interesting is the fact we actually get upgrades. We have the ability to power up our Dragon Boost ability past its normal capabilities by the use of these spinny things that look like they come right out of Nights into Dreams. They look just like they come out of that game. So basically, jump through the thingy and you get an extra. You'll be able to boost for twice as far. You'll have two major boosts in your possession. And one thing I like to do when I have this ability is just hold down the special attack button, because that will cause you to automatically do a second boost after the first boost is finished. And you're gonna need to learn how to use this effectively fairly quickly in this stage, folks, because well, it's a big deal, And also, one of the big things about the stage is bees. Yep, bees. We've all been there and done that. We all know the bee jokes that can be spouted from these things, I promise I won't do too many bee puns because, believe me, people will freak out. Because I know a lot of people hate bee puns. They are definitely the bee's knees. Anyway, one of the main things that are introduced in the stage are these spinny rotating platforms that if you press left and right you can actually use in order to start floating up higher. And when you jump off them, you do gain a massive burst of a jump. You do jump quite high by using them. And we're also introduced to a very annoying enemy type that actually isn't exclusive to the stage. They do pop up later on down the line, and they're basically these jumpy things. Now these jumpy goons will jump up, they will land, they will cause a shockwave, and they are enemies that I do not recommend attacking. I recommend avoiding them at all costs, because they just hurt so much, they have so much health. And I've never even killed one before. I've never been able to. It just take too long for me to kill. So I just sort of freak out and pausing can't save you from them. Let's just say that much. Yeah, one of the main threats in the stage are the bees, and there's going to be tons of bees as we go on in the stage. And we also get these flower things that are pretty cool, although I don't think I've ever really gotten hit by the flower, so I don't know how much damage the flowers do to you. But hey, they're a threat, Although there are no ladders in the stage, so whenever you come up to certain vines that look kind of like this, they have like a helix thingy, you'll just have to want to climb up them, and you'll find some good things probably. Like there, you just found the bonus yin yang symbol. I say you found it, I found it really. I'm doing a recording of this, aren't I? But anyway, this stage is split up into two separate areas, both of which are completely different. You have the tranquil and nice looking outdoorsy area, and now we have the indoorsy area, which is all dark. It looks scary, and it looks pretty neat, It's like a fusion of technology and nature that I kind of like. The only thing that kind of annoys me is the reappearing, disappearing blocks. I thought I had enough of those things in bloody... Oh, I had enough of those things in Mega Man, for Christ's sake. Why do they have to be in this platformer too? I'm not a big fan of reappearing, disappearing blocks. I really aren't in Mega Man, in any game they're in. But I am glad that the reappearing, disappearing blocks in this game aren't that big a deal. They are there, but they don't do anything bad. Although what you will notice is Bees are your worst enemy in these particular sequences, primarily because they swarm you, and there's usually about a good 100 of them on the screen at any one time. So just be careful, grab an invincibility power up as soon as you can, because otherwise your health will drop like a rock. They can be very tricksy to deal with. So there's that. Those bees, they'll take your face off. Come on, and you people thought I'd be as low to reference the Nicolas Cage joke when he's screaming about bees. No, I'm gonna go with the Nicolas Cage joke that's completely unrelated to the bees. Because they do take your face off. You know, fucking, I want to make the reference. The bees! No! Wow! Not the bees! Man! I love doing my Nicolas Cage impression. I don't know, I enjoy taking the piss out of him. He's one of my favorite actors, but it's just he's so easy to take the mick off because of the movies he's been in, you know. But I digress. We've seen pretty much most of the stage now, and this sequence by here and the reappear and disappearing blocks sort of go in a left to right pattern. They can be really glitchy to deal with, like right by here, I believe it happens. Yep, like whoa. Remember before when I said the game doesn't actually have any crushing physics? Well, this is the stage, folks, where that's gonna be most apparent, because whenever I get crushed in this stage, and it happens a lot, there's loads of things that could crush you here. You don't die, you just clip. And when you clip, you usually skip sequences, you know, you're usually going a lot faster and you're getting through the level a lot quicker when you skip things, you know, and clip through objects. So I guess you could use the lack of crushing physics as a way to speedrun? I guess? Well, it wouldn't surprise me if people did that. I mean, look at Mario 64, people glitch their way up the end of the staircase so they don't have to collect, was it 60 stars in Mario 64? I don't know. But anyway, these swords, as you'll see, there's giant swords on the walls. Why are there giant swords on the walls? I don't know, I don't understand the point of them. But what you'll see from these giant swords is they'll drop. When they're dropping, they do damage to you. And don't jump into spikes. Spikes are bad. Spikes are very bad. But when they drop, they will do damage to you. But once they are dropped, you can simply walk through them or jump through them, and you won't have... You won't worry about anything, you know, they're easy enough to deal with. But like I said, you can clip through things like, what? Honestly, I probably would have skipped out on that card, because if I didn't clip through that, so I'm thankful I did, just because extra collectibles, yay! Although this isn't a game I really focus on getting 100% collectibles on, because as far as I'm aware, the cards do nothing. I need to really look them up, so I'll probably look them up before I reach the final part of the playthrough, but I guess they're there if you want some extra challenge while you're playing through the game. Like a lot of games challenge. It's like a lot of people complain about Nintendo games with their challenge because they're usually too easy. And the way I see it is the way Nintendo games focus on challenges, they tend to do challenge in a certain way, where the challenge comes from how you... The challenge mainly comes from the way that you personally want to do the game. Like if you go through the game 100%, that's usually considered hard mode on Nintendo games, and I kind of like that. But anyway, I digress. It's time to take on the boss fight, ladies and gentlemen, of this zone. We're fighting a dragon! We're fighting a dragon! Oh my god! I don't know whether a nerdgasm or to cry of fear, but yeah, this dragon by here is one of the more tougher bosses of the game. And what basically you need to do is, as the dragon flies by, you need to hit the giant paws on its back. Hitting the paws on its back will cause the paws to explode. When they explode, well, you can do damage to it. And after you get enough of these paws done, then his main weak point will pop up. And he normally has 3 major patterns that he will go in. His first pattern is simply to shoot a gigantic laser at you. Simply boost out of the way to get away from the laser, and you should be fine. His second pattern is he will try to crush you using his claws, which just move slowly up to the left or right, and you'll have no real issues dealing with. And in this third pattern is the hardest one to avoid by far, in which case he's going to shoot giant laser blasts from the sky. Well, I guess fire blasts, not so much laser. And whenever you get hit by one of them, you will take a lot of damage, so be very careful. And after every single time he does an attack, he will leave himself open. And when he leaves himself open, you'll be able to hit him for more damage by hitting these paws. After you hit enough paws, his true weak point will be unveiled. And when his true weak point gets unveiled, then you will be able to simply hit him in his weak point one time, which will cause him to be killed, you know? But seriously, whenever these fire attacks are the most dangerous move he has. Well, his laser's technically the most dangerous, but his fire attack's the one that's going to do the most. You know, it's going to hit you most, because the fire attack's easy enough to dodge. So, try and keep a dragon boost on you at all times. Use these Nights into Dreams rings, because they will give you a full burst of energy in order to boost out of the way, or boost into the sky, because you can boost into the sky in order to do damage. And after you do enough damage to him, well, yeah, the fight will just rinse and repeat, and he'll be getting harder and harder and faster to hit. Although, we are pretty much done and dusted, so let's finish this guy off. Get-ya! There we go, just boost into him, and we have beat the beast. The boss fight doesn't drag on too long, it's a pretty fun ride, and... Huh? Okay. It's not a real dragon. Lilac's impression is exactly the same as mine was when I played this game. I'm like, what? It's not real. I feel cheaped out.
You're one of Brevon's robots!
Brevon, searching memory banks. That name does not exist in our database.
Then what are you?
This is the primary security system for... That name does not exist in our database.
What are you? Where did you come from?
Apologies. That information is password protected. Password protected. Password protected. Password protected. Password accepted. Follow me.
Okay, so that's quite interesting. Let's see what this robot has to give us. What sort of information we can get from this thing, shall we?
This is our final message, a message that we leave for the future. Although we will respect the wishes of your people and allow our influence to pass into legend, there will come a time in your history when you must learn the truth. When we were stranded here, we sought desperately to return to our world. We wasted countless years trying to find a way home. But we are no closer to an answer than when we started. We decided that helping your civilization survive and prosper was a more efficient use of our technology. We have condensed our energy reserves into a physical relic of extraordinary power. With proper care, you may one day use it to travel to the stars, to find the answers that we alone could never find. If you wish to know more, you'll have to access our internal database. I pray that it is still intact by the time you receive this message. May the winds of time carry you for eternity.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
The implications of this are powerful.
Do you believe it, Your Excellency?
It's difficult to say, but if it's true, then the Kingdom Stone is more important to our future than we realize. It must be returned to its resting place before the energy within is lost forever. Something terrible has happened in your absence. Zhao has sent his army to attack Shuigang.
What? But they're innocent!
Not as far as Zhao is concerned. I have sent soldiers of our own to hold them off, but I fear that it will not be for long.
What are we gonna do?
As ironic as it may seem, you are the only dragon blood worthy of our trust. You can stop this war before it begins.
Tell me what to do.
Our ships will take you as far as they can. When you land, ride the northern winds to the snowfields.
Understood.
We are counting on you, Dragonblood. Safe winds.
What are they doing here?
Nice hat.
Nice gut.
Let me help!
It seems that we have a common enemy, Zhao.
So let me get this straight. The Magister says that if we join together and fight Mr. Brevon, we get half of the Kingdom Stone's energy.
Sounds like a fair offer, does it not?
Are you kidding? My city needs way more than half.
Ha! You just want to hog the last of our reserves.
I know you feel a little jealous, but I can't help if my city is bigger than yours.
Ugh!
Hold on a minute, fellas! This is exactly what Brevon wants! For you two to fight while he gets away with all of your energy!
What difference does it make if it's Brevon or this swine?
We're marching into Shuigang whether you like it or not!
You don't have the guts!
Look!
Dragon. Kneel before the ancient beast!
You're saying that, we should work together. Oh, of course! Oh, please don't eat us.
What's that?
It couldn't have been her. Could it?
Careful what you wish for.
Ah!
Guys!
It's really you! You came back! Where have you been? How did you do that?
I didn't do it. This little fella did.
Yeah!
It's okay, guys. This robot wasn't made by Brevon.
Really?
It's a long story, but the Magister believes us now. We have his full support.
Aw, yeah! That's my girl.
My friends, we have been blessed with the seal of the dragon. We must heed its call and join together for the greater good. The greater good.
Under my leadership.
You can't be serious. What can you tell us about the invaders?
Well, Brevon is a starship commander. He doesn't have as much experience fighting on the ground as you do.
Then we shall take the battle to the streets.
But we need to cross the snowfields without getting wasted.
We do have one advantage. Brevon wants the four of us dead no matter what. If he sees us coming, we can distract him.
A diversion? Do you really think you can pull it off?
Remember all the times we distracted you?
Point taken.
What about the stone? How do we get it back?
I could modify one of my hacking devices to knock out power to the engine mainframe.
In my language,
Kill the power, get the stone back. Right?
You got it.
I hope this works. In case it doesn't, I need you to be prepared for what I might have to do.
It'll work. It has to. Would Brevon have left us alone if we hadn't tried to stop him?
He pulled that trick on you, huh?
But is it true?
Maybe, but I wouldn't trust him on it. Even if he did leave your people alone, it would only be a matter of time before his conquest affected your world.
You're right. We can't quit now.
The alien army has commenced its attack.
Give the order to your troops.
it will be done.
You ready, Carol? Ready to rock.
Find the commander and his pets and tear them to shreds.
And leave the brains intact if possible. I might use them for something.
Mila! Together!
Fire at will!
Let's show this green maniac how to save a planet!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for part 7 of Freedom Planet. Thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoy, and when we return next time, we'll be taking on part 8, the Battle Glacier Zone, and start heading up and preparing for the end of the LP. It won't be much longer now, folks, until this is done. So thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed, don't be sheepish people, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!